So, how do you manage your time when you have so many things to do? You don't know? Don't worry, because this is what the video is about. People sometimes ask me, how do you manage everything so efficiently? And it makes sense to me about why they ask me this question. Because sometimes I look at my own to-do list and I go like, girl, who gave you all of this responsibility? There is work, there are emails, there are applications, there are personal things, family, friends, hobbies, and you're supposed to enjoy your life in between as well. So I basically thought of making this video on how to manage your time on day-to-day basis when you have so many things to do, talking about what I do for me as well. And no, I definitely don't have every single minute of my life planned out. I just have a basic system which I've been following since years. And honestly, throughout this journey, one thing that I have learned and can certainly say that productivity is never about doing more things at once or multitasking or completing everything on your to-do list. It's about not letting the important things just get merged into less important things, or in general it's about making sure that important things don't get lost in between everything. So I have written down everything in my laptop. So let me walk you through what actually worked for me and what I think that might work for you as well. Number one, I don't trust my memory. And the first thing that I ever do when I see something that has deadline or that needs to be done urgently or most importantly, I write it down. And even if I don't have my notebook with me, I write it down in my notes app and I later transfer it to my notebook. If something needs to be done, I have to write it. I cannot remember it on a random day when I have to get it done. I'll forget about it actually. And even if I remember about it, it will be in the middle of the night when I'm about to sleep. And something about my brain is that ever since I was a little kid, I only tend to remember things when I write it down on a piece of paper. And I have a proof as well. Writing by hands help us remember information longer because it forces the brain to actively process, organize, and translate concept rather than just copy words. It's not me saying, it's a research article saying that. Basically, anything that I don't want my brain to carry around, I write it down. This has generally made me less stressed because once something is written down, I don't have to continuously think about it. Number two, I have a digital life that I carry around. One of the things that keeps me organized is having a digital life where I can access my work from anywhere and from any devices. Well, I use Google Docs, Google Calendar, Google Sheets, Google Drive, and similar softwares which I can access through from any devices and from anywhere. I just have to log in through my email, and tada, my work is just right there. Whether it's from my phone, my own laptop, or any other devices when I don't have access to my own device. Because let's be realistic, you don't have all your devices always with you. Sometimes only carry your phone with you and not your laptop. And sometimes your phone's battery dies when you're outside or traveling and you actually have to do something really important, and you neither can access through your phone or your own laptop. Then you can borrow somebody else's laptop or phone, then you can log in through your email and just complete your work right there. And that's also the reason why I don't carry my laptop everywhere, because everything that I work on is accessible through my phone and I don't have to carry it everywhere, this big chunky thing on my backpack. Okay, it might not be as efficient as in laptop because it's easier to type. That's why I bought a separate mouse and keyboard to use on my laptop, so I carry that with me. This makes my life easier because I have made a system that makes everything easier for me. The system which remembers everything for me, so I don't have to lose my mind over and over again to reach home, open my laptop, get things done, because I can easily access it from anywhere and any device. I think that's the entire theme of my productivity system, that I try to make things easier for future me. Number three, I use AI to reduce friction. And the thing is, I don't use AI to do everything for me. I just use it to structure things out for me. Okay, for example, if I have a really messy idea in my head and I don't know where to start, what to do, then I ask AI to organize that thing for me. And if I have anything that needs to be done pretty quickly and I don't know where to start, I give the structure and idea to the AI so that it can make me a stepwise
Decomposition.
from which I can take ideas and start. Ta-da, it's done. Using AI in entire productivity scenario is all about reducing the distance between, okay, I need to get things done. Okay, I have started. Okay, AI have helped me to get things done, but not AI actually did everything for me. And honestly, sometimes that's all the help you need. You can take an example in your head from your exam when you ask your friends about the points which you can elaborate later. It's all about that, asking AI about the points which you can elaborate and put on your actual effort and use a brain into that thing. And it was never about AI replacing humans, but humans taking help from AI. You just have to have a basic point of view to that. Number four, having time for hobbies. And it might look different for everyone, but we as a human being, as a structural being on this planet, we actually need to have something to do, something we are passionate about. If not passionate about, something we basically like to do. For some people, it might be reading. For some people, it might be creating content. For some people, it might be writing. For some people, it might be sketching, drawing. It could be anything, singing, dancing, anything. And this system comes in between when you feel very overwhelmed with work or when you have actually a free time and you don't know what to do with that. For me, it was always reading. I carry a book around everywhere with me. And no, I'm not talking about productivity girly, study and become successful. No, no. The actual point is not having to turn every spare minute into productivity minute, but having to do something which you actually enjoy, any kind of small activity that you enjoy doing, which can actually transfer that small pocket of time into something useful. So you overall don't end up questioning yourself and about your existence. Yeah, that happens to me as well. So I can totally understand. Number five, planning. And this might be basically the thing that have helped me feel organized and keep myself organized throughout these years. I've been planning ever since I was in school, not knowing what I was doing. I used to plan daily. I used to make daily to-do list until 2025. And during some days when you don't feel like doing anything, it becomes a task that you need to do. Every day I would wake up and ask myself, what thing I need to do today? And that would become so exhausting. So since January 2026, I've started building this habit of monthly planning. And even if I planned on beginning of the month, it does not go as I plan by. So I plan weeks in advance. And for weekly planning, I list out things like what do I need to do, what kind of deadline I have this week, do I have an application to finish this week, do I have any kind of content to make this week, do I have any plan with my friends, family, or anything. Because if you don't schedule these little things, your work life will actually consume your personal life. And I don't want that thing. I try not to do overlapping or multitasking. One thing I'm very conscious about myself is that I try to keep different parts of life separately. Work time should feel like work time, family time should feel like family time, personal time should feel like personal time. And obviously, life does not work that way. Sometimes you actually need to multitask to get things done, and sometimes things overlap. But I try not to make this thing the default. So, whenever possible, I try to give things their own space, own time, and in that way I also don't feel much busy because I'm doing 10 things at once, and I actually try to complete things on their own timeline, and I also get things done properly, and that way you feel productive. That's how productivity should look like. And you also need to prioritize things on your list while making a to-do list or while planning your week, so that you don't end up procrastinating doing that thing till the end of the week, and you get things done properly every day, a little task at a time, a little thing at a time, a little something at a time, something like that. Planning should not make your life stricter, it should make your life feel organized and structurized, so that you can enjoy your free time without feeling guilty about it, because you have already done the tasks in your to-do list that was prioritized earlier. If I talk about this system which works for me and which also might work for you, it sounds like this. Write things down, don't depend on your memory because you'll actually forget, because all of us has memory of goldfish when it comes to important tasks. And keep your important things accessible. Use tools that work across your devices. For me it was Google Docs, Google Sheet, but for you it might look different. And use AI when you're stuck, not to replace your work but to help you with the work. I hope you get it. Plan your week, not just your day. Plan your weeks if that's possible. Separate different areas of your life, because work does not have to follow you everywhere. You deserve to have your personal time. You deserve to have your family time. You deserve to have a time you enjoy doing things you love to do. And lastly, leave room for life. Because what's the point of being productive if you're too exhausted to enjoy your life you're trying to organize? Latika 2026. And honestly, when you start doing these things, it might feel exhausting. It might feel like a task that you need to do. But once you get through this thing, once you go by it, you just flow by it. And talking about the title of the video, if you're still thinking how to manage my life, how to be productive, if productivity becomes another sense of stress in your head, it's not productivity at this point. No. So just build a routine, build a system in which you feel comfortable, in which you feel comfortable in doing tasks, in which you actually complete your task. It does not have to look like what I've said. It just have to make sense to you. So yeah, that's it for the video. And if you have any kind of productivity have that you have been following since a long time and that is also helping you since a long time, don't forget to drop that in the comment section so I can also steal something from you and other people who are reading it can also steal something from you. So yeah, don't forget to like our video, subscribe to my channel if you love this video. I also post similar kind of content about career, figuring life out. And if you love to watch such videos, my channel might be something you're interested in. Bye. See you in the next one. Wow. Bye.